Really, the only tier 2 unit we haven't seen being played. The poor Chameleon.
I think AV took it one match and then lost.
I mean, he never really used it.
He never even built it.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad.
Oh.
It's also like I'm not actually sure. Like I've not seen it played, so I don't know if it's strong or not.
I don't think there's been any changes to the Chameleons at all in these last few patches.
I think it got a buff at some point.
I think it got an HP buff, but that was it. So, you know, gotta work those Chameleons out somehow. In any case, Mod 25 Arbuz Bidesh playing as Marbuz on the east side of the map. As in the west side, we have Tokito and Classic Metal as the long-range battleships. Alright, you were saying?
Nothing important. but we do see that Tokito and Classic Metal are split up slightly again. I think you can easily loop around and attack Tokito or loop around and attack Classic Metal without having to fight both of them.
Alright, so what's going to be the game plan then for these teams?
And my predictions have all been off, so I'm just going to say anything's open. This is also the wrong time. This is also the wrong match to be making predictions.
What do you think is going to be very important though? Depending on seeing no Mole Rush coming out of Mod 25, so they're just going to go for a normal lizard build. Although I don't know why that lizard is supply blocked. Why is that lizard? Why was it supply blocked? Was it the farm queuing up?
Must have been, or just.
That was very awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what happened there, but in any case, they are going to get their initial tier 1s out in the field. Classic Metal already on the second warn right now. Same as Mod 25, so both sides.
I think.
Getting their
I think that if you can control the middle of the map, is going to be pretty big because if you look at it, there's.
Oh.
That base that was just taken, that's the one I was saying is going to be key to defend or take.
Arbuz going for that base immediately.
Because Tokito has no nearby expansion it's going to have. He'll have to expand into Classic Metal area, which is fine, except once you've moved all your warrens and your pigs have farmed out, but before then you can't really...
Is he gonna go for it? Oh, he sees Tokito standing from his base. He's like, he is just defending against any aggression right now. But Arbuz gets his machine gun nest up on the north side. It's gonna get taken out though, but it does allow an opening for Mod 25 to make his way in with Arbuz as well. They're going to try to stream their way on forward here. Meanwhile, Tokito trying to attack from the south side, trying to take out as many as he can. Arbuz taking the shots with the machine gun. Actually, the machine gun nests are going to go unmolested here, and they're going to actually come out in time. And this just allows Tokito and Mod 25 and Arbuz to continue their attacks here. They have no way to take care of these machine gun nests out in the middle. And this just gives more space for Tokito to, not Mod 25 to push on in. Why am I saying the wrong names?
Not sure.
In any case, good plays coming out from Mod 25 Arbuz Bidesh, just pushing their whatever land they have on forward. And it also guarantees that they have a safe expansion for Arbuz, who now is going to zoom on ahead and farm. Classic Metal, he's trying to make his attack here, but the lizards from the high ground do detect them right now. The toes get their explosions off onto Mod 25's lizards, and Tokito does have his lizards in play right now. Arbuz has to be very careful with this expansion. Now in a lot of trouble.
Tokito was able to sneak in.
There you go. He actually avoids the majority of explosions there.
And Mod 25 the machine gun turrets.
So, machine gun turrets, unfortunately, not going to be able to defend from every single angle. But Arbuz doesn't really care too much. It's only the forward base. He did put some food onto it because he thought it was safe, but it's not a total loss for him. We're still early on in this game. In the meantime, Mod 25 going for the lizard rush here along with the moles. Tokito running back to defend as quickly as possible here. But this mill's gone. Tokito out of the running immediately.
That was definitely saving them the match.
The moles, man. They're just using the moles so well.
You don't have to move your whole army if you have moles because you can just wait for the see an opening and then place them.
The Skunk's now coming out here, going to make it live hell for Classic Metal. He's going to call it. His army is gone, and so is this game. Marbuz takes the first game. Wow, that one attack there. I mean, it looked like Togito and Classic Metal actually found an opening, taking out Arbuz's expansion, but it just bought. They just bought time for their own unit to come out, and Mod 25 was even able to use the map to sneak around Tokito and just snipe his base. That was great play coming out from that team.
Definitely, that was definitely the play. That's they were behind then, and then it just pulled through. And
they actually also won the initial skirmish against Tokito and Classic Metal with that when they put down the machine gun nest, and they lost most of their units, but. Even with the counterattack from them, they just held on to that lead. It was like about control the middle of the map, but they made them focus on it so hard that Mod 25 was just able to sneak around to get the win for his team. That was just great play coming out from Mod 25.
Yeah, it almost. I think again I was incorrect. That I feel like after watching that game that it might have been better for them to not contest the middle of the map as hard as they did, just because they weren't able to do it. They either weren't able to do it successfully and needed to, or they should have just done something else. Eventually they got it, but you're right, they did take a major hit before they managed to do it, which while Ma was not actually defending, it was instead just saving up for the being able to place 4 moles.
I mean, even with the only 1 mole roll to avoid the double mole rush issues, just these moles are doing a lot of work here in these 2v2 matches. It makes me wonder if it could be applied to 1v1 matches, although it'd be probably a little harder to pull off considering it's a 1v1 focus.
It's easier to keep track of 1 commander than it is 2.
Usually people think of moles as being pretty underpowered, but I mean, Marbuz are just showing what they can do with the moles. This is some of the more creative ways to use moles I've seen coming out from them, outside the mole rush.
I don't think we can even call mole rush creative anymore.
I mean, no, the mole rush is not creative. Mole rush is standard now. You have to know what the mole rush is like to survive, or else it's like the hazing of the hazing of TNT to live through the mole rush, feeling the power of the mole rush,
or just any kind of rush at all.
Neither side here in a rush right now. We are in game number 2 now. Marbuz in the west side, long range battleships on the east, and it looks like this one's favoring long range pretty well though. They have a lot of mills on high ground that they can take advantage of. There's 3 right outside their own initial base, even a 4th, a little bit to the left, so they have a lot of economy to work with. But so does Arbuz and Ma 25, a lot of low ground mills surrounding this area. This is one of the more densely populated maps I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, look at... And you know how Mod 25 likes to do those kind of sneaky rush plays that we've seen in the past few games?
Yeah.
Look at the south side of the map. There's just this long stretch of high ground that he can probably take advantage of to sneak his way through. So...
Yes.
Well, I mean, he's found another opening. He's going to go way to the north. He's going to bring his lizard up there, just scout around, see if there's any bases up here. Nothing so far, so he's going to retreat for the time being. Classic Metal going to be bringing out the toads, so he's going to have some AoE control as well. 2 warrens worth of toads immediately. As both sides now getting their initial units onto the field. Tokito putting some mines on the front lines. So, both sides. Okay,
oh,
there it is.
You did call.
Oh, you can go all the way around. That sucks. He knows it's there.
I think he needs to wait for them to move their armies out of their base first.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's just attacking 1 on 2, and that's not going to work.
You don't want to attack to high ground also. That's just suicide most of the time. Well, at the moment, we do see The backlash from both sides, just trying to attack the elite commander. The Mod 25 is going to get his Falcon timing out really fast. He actually goes for a very early expansion and actually takes it with ease. Like, no contestation from either Tokito or Classic Metal, as both of them are also going to go for their own expansion. So, going to be a very econ-focused heavy game, so we're going to probably see some big units come into play right now. Arbuz already with the Snakes and Mod 25 Falcons. Classic Metal also going to get his own Falcons on the field, but Tokito hasn't really invested into any Tier 2 quite yet. So, right now, the way things are going, if we look at their decks and we see what their long tail's like, oh, well, losing your commander is not a great thing. They're also on the mines here on the front lines as well. Mod 25 trying to make his way through with the Lizard. They're actually going to push on through, but the mines are going to hold them back just a little bit. Tokito and Classic have to be a little bit careful with how they approach, but Mod 25 just going to the north side of the map here. Have to be a little careful. There are some mines going to be set up here on the north side, but it's going to be largely uncontested. In the meantime, Arbuz trying to attack from the south. The Toads, they just remain unaffected and they attack each other, and now we're going to see a pinch attack. Mod 25 though, gonna lose out though. He doesn't have enough units to defend, and Tokito gonna swarm his way through. They actually surround Arbuz's skunk, and they're gonna chase them back and away. The attack fails from both Mod 25 and Arbuz. The mines doing a lot of damage and allowing them to clean up. And now Classic has his Falcons though. He loses them. On both sides, it looks like Classic may have overextended his units just a little bit too far. But Tokito definitely leading out. He's gonna be building a badge of war now. But looks like we're not going to let up some action quite yet. Arbuz trying to make his way down to the south. He has another skunk on the right, but another mine. Going to be a little bit dangerous here. The Toad explodes the other mine. But now Mod 25 and Arbuz are able to push through this time. The skunk for Classic Metal is down right now. He has no units to defend. He's going to lose his expansion really quickly. Tokito trying to attack from the north side here. Trying to defend this base. He defends it. The base is alive still.
They caught them when they caught them when the armies were split up.
Trying to go back in once more, but Mod 25 can't get the units in there. They all explode from the Toads, and that mill still stands. Arbuz sells off his tier 2s now. He can't use them, and he's losing a lot of money. He's also down on farms as well. He has to build into an expansion in order to keep up with the economy. But Tokito and Classic have their own army. Classic now attacking from the south side. He sees the expansion. He's going to go for it. Arbuz is going to lose a lot of farming. He's going to try to get the Toads in. Try to chase them away. But Tokito now going to come from the north side, trying to flank Arbuz. Where's Mod 25 at this point? Mod 25 trying to attack from the north side here. He takes out, trying to take out one of Tokito's base. Arbuz loses the expansion.
He's going to get it.
Tokito does get the expansion, now it's able to run away. This match just never ending here. These battles just keep on going and going and going. Tokito trying to rebuild that mill and chasing off Mod 25. In the meantime, Classic trying to chase away Arbuz. Arbuz building another expansion for himself, trying to get that farm once again, still only on 4 farms, and has lost a lot of units here. It's going to be up to Mod 25 to defend him, but he's going to be supply blocked for a good amount of time. He's trying to go in. He's trying to get rid of this mill. He's actually going to go for it.
He's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it! Oh, fewer ticks! He takes that Classic Metal's expand! That Classic Metal down to 2 farms. In the meantime, to the north side, Classic Metal trying to harass with his Falcons, but he's gonna get taken down. He loses his Falcons to the north side. He does take out Arbuz. He does take out Tokito's base. And now Tokito's on 2 farms right now. In the meantime, Tokito trying to attack into Arbuz's base on the bottom here. He has a lot of lizards. He has a ferrets, and ferrets are doing a lot of damage right now. Tokito's carrying this base for battle for him. Teammate at the moment, Ferrets and Falcons are just uncontested here. Oh, another expansion. Arbuz is out, and Mod 25 is left to his own devices here, but only has 1 farm. He's floating 355 food, but that's game.
What a game!
Oh my god! Look at that graph. The only one who survived anything was Tokito.
Like that was like such a. Like, you could see the coordination on both sides of like just looking for the slight when someone's slightly out of position, then they attack, and it's like they do that again and again. It's just like that's where you see all these spikes. It's
oh my god! Both sides just batting away at each other. Now they're going to be tied 1-1. Game number 3. I think every single game so far has gone to a game 3. I don't think we've seen a 2-0.
The one I missed, I think.
We've seen one, the Stationary Boy versus Wildcats, but like after that, these teams are just like duking it out right now. We're seeing some amazing plays here. Just I mean, what was the mistake coming out from that match? Because it looked like Mod and Arbuz had the advantage there. Was it just defense from Tokito and Classic Metal? Like, did they just, their high ground just too hard to go into?
A little bit of that. I think a lot of it was just like the way, like, because the pendulum was swinging back and forth, and each time it swung and went further, it just so happened that when it swung back enough to knock someone out, it was on their side. Might be the way I describe it.
I mean, Tokito just pulled all of his weight there in that match. Like, he had, I think he pretty much had like, all the units needed to defend. Like, he had a giant army of lizards backed by falcons and ferrets, and he just never felt contested.
Both sides were playing the style of we'll wait till they're uncontested and we'll sneak behind and poke. So if you have 4 people doing that, then it's like really like it's going to be very swingy and very.
Oh, Arbuz, he's going to go back to his original deck, although he's going to be changing out mines for the machine gun nest. He's going to have the moles under his control now, and we see what he's done with moles in the past. I mean, Mod 25 had great plays with the mole, but I still think that Arbuz had the best mole play of this tournament. Just sneaking that kill onto AB Ultima's base up to the north, getting them that game win. I'm so excited to see what happens game number 3. I hope we see the same amount of action. Mod 25, even considering that artillery.
Considering everything.
It's like everything's like, no, we got to change this one up. We got to go hard and fast in this one. What do we do here? I mean,
if you just lose that kind of match, you're like really unsure what you should be doing.
I mean, I'd say just do the same thing, but be a little bit more careful about how you attack, I guess. Just be more aware. Ooh, Mod 25 going with a pretty heavy Tier 2 focus.
I might even argue for Blues, and it's because just knowing where their commander is so valuable.
I mean, it's all about leveraging map awareness here right now. And here we go on this lovely little map for this game number 3, deciding who comes 3rd place. Marbuz to the north, and long-range battleships to the south. Let's do this, and this is a pretty good map, I think. Although, Classic Mode doesn't have a lot of safe expansions.
Well, not even looking at the expanse, they're natural. You can be, like, how many angles can you be attacked from? Just thinking back to the last game.
There's also that high ground they have to worry about in the middle of the map, too. That's hovering above both their bases. Like, both sides are going to have to work really hard. I mean, to be honest, Mod 25 and Arbuz have a pretty defendable position.
Yeah, that's...
And like,
I'm curious to see how they'll like play this out. As we saw earlier, none of these players are going to be playing passive. If it's necessary, they will be aggressive. Are fully capable of doing. So.
I mean, I'm very curious to see if we're going to see Arbuz get that Badger out in time, because we haven't seen Arbuz take a Tier 3 before, I think. He's been mostly going to Tier 2s and Tier 1s in his plays, trying to be the focus of the match, allowing Mod 25 to be the one to build up, but it looks like they're going to be switching roles momentarily here, as it's Arbuz going to be the one with the Tier 3 and Mod 25 with the Tier 2s. So, you know, I'm excited to see what's going to happen here right now. We do see Tokito just building up his own units at the moment. Do you think it would be a wise idea for either side to sneak in their Tier 3s? Like, is that feasible?
I don't think so. I don't think you can, or at least not yet. Because of... For Tokito and Classic Metal, there's so much at risk if they don't have if they don't have an army in place.
Well, Tokito definitely put his army on that high ground there just to make sure.
But Arbuz does sneak or not even sneak, he just places it where you place it.
He gets it. Alright, now we're gonna have a battle underway. The mines to go off in time! Forcing away Tokito's lizards right there! Mod 25 also going to lose a lot to the Toads, but they are going to be able to defend. They have the machine gun nests at the ready here.
So this is
a classic Tier 3 rush, yeah.
I feel like this might be like in 2v2, what you could see is someone go to tier 3 as someone else places the defense.
Oh my god. Lot 25. He's trying to delay this as much as possible here, trying to go for the military. Classified actually loses his own units. They're gonna draw the lizard aggro, and they're gonna try and kill off his units before he can come back in time. Oh, Classified lost his units there. Just more time for the Badger.
Yeah. You see, while it's placing all those mines to just like slowly defend for the Badger.
Oh, and now Mod 25 going to attack from the north side, and Tokito has to pull his units down from the high ground in order to defend for Mod 25. But again, just more time being used here. He's actually pulling his way to the high ground. In the meantime, they might actually go for a pincer attack here. Arbuz has his Badger out in play. Meanwhile, Cluttermouth trying to go into the base, but he's fighting into mines and machine gun nests. In the meantime, from the backside, he's going to be attacked by Mod 25. On the other side of the map, Arbuz is chasing with his Badger right now, and Tokito trying to find his way through, but his units are being torn apart by the Badger. Arbuz has the Badger out, and it's doing a lot of damage. Mod 25 now rushing his way in with the lizards. Cosmo can't even defend. He has no units left. He's trying to go in. They call it. Tokito's gone. Wait, what just happened?
It's almost over.
Okay, Classic Metal's gone. Now Tokito's gonna be okay. Minor graphic glitches there, but wow. Going for the Badger plays.
I think continually my judgment is shown to be incorrect as rather than going for early tier 1s, if they had gone for if they had gone for a tier 3 of their own, they might have been able to hold that. But doing what I suggested, they lost for